Welcome back, everybody, to part 6, the record-tying part 6 that we set with Steve Stone. Back with POWW. Legend, owner. I didn't want to say Kingpin because that's taking somebody else's gimmick. Jimmy Blaze himself is back for part 6. This is actually a different time than our original 5. We had got busy schedules, both of us, actually between all 3 of us, with Nick and everything, and holidays and stuff. So the original part was filmed in December. This is March now, so.
You can tell by the haircut.
Yes, we have new.
I want to go back to the firefighter Jim. Damn hombre.
All right, it is time. We did the whole entire career, 5 pages of a career here. So it's now time to get personal.
Good.
I'm going to give you a list of favorites here, and you just tell me the very first thing you think of, or as much detail as you want to go in on it. So start with the easy one. What is your favorite color?
Favorite color? Mm-hmm. Black.
Favorite season?
Summer.
And you don't like the cold, do you?
No, I hate the cold. I hate, currently we go from 70 degrees, 76, because coming Wednesday, to the next day 34 and snow.
It's just going to happen this week coming too, I saw that.
And my sinuses don't deal with it well. The whole month of March, I have been battling up and down, so no. Summer reminds me of going to Daytona and sitting on the beach.
Yeah.
You know I used to love the tan.
Oh, yeah. Every year you go down there, yep.
Yeah.
What's the perfect temperature?
Oh,
outside?
95.
95. Oh, my God.
90, 95 would be great. Sun. No real breeze.
The temperature thing reminds me of a story of when you and Chi and I shared a room in Michigan for Eric's show, and you had your bed, and him and I shared a bed. And I don't remember, what the shower order was or whatever. By the time we got in bed, we were laying there. I don't think Joey and I could sleep, and you were out cold.
Yes, it was nice and warm. It was the middle of winter.
You had the heater blasted on your side,
middle of winter.
And him and I are laying in bed, like just in our underwear, like
touching, feeling. I know.
No, none of that, because it's so damn hot. We can't touch and feel each other if it's so damn hot. We were both laying there, like spread out, like not touching. We were like sweat pouring down, and you're sound asleep.
I had 3 blankets.
Heater blasting, and Joey's. I had enough of this. So he goes over, turns the heater off, and he opens the patio door, and there's snow on the ground.
Correct.
And then we're just like, that's better.
And who woke up?
Yeah. And I thought we fall asleep, and I think you woke us up like, I don't know if you're like, who'd open the doors? Screaming something, that's freaking freezing in here.
Vet rules.
Yeah. It's one of the funny stories from Michigan. Yeah, that was a good one.
And when we went to bed, there was no snow.
Yeah, right. It snowed at the night, didn't it? Yeah. I think snow was coming in the room when you have to shut the door.
Probably.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I didn't fall.
Give me your top 2 movies.
Oh, wow.
Instead of just one, I'm giving some more options here. It's hard to narrow down to one.
Top 2 movies. New Jack City was always one of my favorites. And Revenge of the Nerds. The original one.
That's a good one.
All the Police Academies I like too. So I can't narrow it down. I love movies.
Really good.
If it was a Netflix series, it's Trailer Park Boys by far. But that Trailer Park Boys is a bond with Magnus and Macabre, so it's very fun.
Top TV show.
Well, there you go. No, I mean, growing up, you change throughout, right?
Right.
So like I said earlier, Emergency, Chips, those were 2 big ones. 18.
Oh, 18 was awesome.
As far as now, I don't really watch TV, but Trailer Park Boys I have watched 3 or 4 times already, the 12 seasons, all their movies. So like, I would say that's probably my thing. Shameless is another good one.
Yeah.
And The Ranch. Breaking Bad, Money Heist, I'm into all that series.
Okay.
But if there's a money heist, drug kind of thing, I'm into that, and I don't even do drugs. But like, just the whole mentality of watching and corrupting and getting ahead kind of thing. And I guess that's always been my, let's try to get ahead.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Top 2 bands.
You'll make fun of me. Volbeat is definitely one.
Oh, you like them too?
Yeah, they're within the last probably 8-9 years. Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue, Def Leppard. I can't pick 2.
More of that hair metal era.
Oh yeah. When I grew up. When music was good, Scott.
All right, so if you pick Volbeat, Motley Crue, Def Leppard. Let's just say those three. Give me your favorite song from each one.
Oh God, I can't do that. Paradise City for sure, right? Which every time I hear that now, it breaks me.
Mm-hmm.
Volbeat, I'd say Passenger, 'cause that's one of the ones on my repeat right now. Pour some sugar on it.
Motley Crue. Kickstart, probably the song
Oh,
you've
God,
used forever.
yeah. How could you not? And it's funny, with that song, anytime Joey hears it, Sandy hears it, or Terry, I will get a text.
Message each other?
Yeah, yeah, and vice versa.
Yep.
So.
I do the same thing with Balls to the Wall, too. Every time I hear it, I'll put it in our brother's chat. Favorite fast food, if you have one?
I'm not really a fast food guy. I would have to go with Portillo's.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Sit-down restaurant.
Sit-down restaurant. Definitely not Teawood. No, Teawood's good, but that's not a
They
restaurant.
do have great food.
Yeah, they do. Wow. Red Lobster.
That's a good one, too. Favorite drink of choice? I know it's changed over the last few years here.
We'll go water.
Still water.
Water is always constant in my life.
Yes, it is. Even during many, many matches.
Yes, jugs of it.
And I have brought that into my matches now, too. But yeah, I used to bring the actual milk jug of water out there, and
Yep.
we had the famous Joey, your partner, and
Oh, yeah.
probably the greatest blooper of all time in wrestling.
I think back in the early CCW and POW with the long hair and the kendo and the jug of water, my entrance was the entire damn song,
Uh-huh.
and that jug of water was poured all over me, and then Riccolo would slip in the ring.
Well, you do the headbanging thing, and you
Oh, yeah.
spray the water on everybody,
You
too. I
have
remember
to.
that. Yeah. Cereal.
Apple Jacks.
Candy.
Currently, Sour Patch Watermelon Kids.
Are they the gummy ones?
Yes.
They seem to be making every flavor of everything nowadays, too.
Yeah.
100 different flavors of.
But actually,
All
that's
sorts
not
of
my
stuff.
favorite. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Definitely. It's my bond with Rhino.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. This is a good one now, too, because you've had a lot more work done. What was your favorite tattoo?
Holy cow. All this. All goes from here all the way up. That started 2 years ago. There's still more I want to add to it, but you know it's costly and timely.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime I have the money, I don't have the time. And anytime I have the time,
Yeah.
I don't have the money.
That's so addicting, though, isn't it?
Yeah. That, you knew forever I wanted this sleeve.
Yep.
And I was dating a girl, God, 2 years ago. She was going to get a tattoo. And the cool thing is, her and I are not together anymore. But she introduced me to this guy just to get the POW logo.
Mm-hmm.
And he came up with this whole design. And this whole design has so much meaning. It has my dad in it. People always wanting to have their hand in the POW.
Mm-hmm.
And being a protector, that's me, a little skeleton. Like, he did this, and I looked down and I'm like, holy shit, that's great. But the cool thing with the girl is she has kids. And they have been friends forever. He was a heroin addict. And when she found out, she told him, you cannot come to my house anymore. You cannot be around my kids until you clean up. And for the last 12 years, he's been sober. So, yeah, and now he doesn't talk to her. So, it's kind of neat that he takes care of me, and I've referred people to go to him. I know Magnus is going to him. But he moved out to Rockford. So,
Long drive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a long drive.
Favorite sport other than wrestling?
Football.
Okay. In your team?
Not the Bears. Green Bay Packers. And the funny thing is, I couldn't tell you anybody that played the last season. Jordan Love would be the only one. But other than that, it was always Brett Favre. When Favre left and Rodgers came up, I was like, who's this idiot? And then I fell in love with him. Like, he's great.
He replaced him just as he had a Hall of Fame career.
Yeah.
Pretty much just like him. Favorite place to wrestle? Town, building?
Wow. So many.
Yeah.
I honestly, for POW, I would say Fox League. That has turned into home.
We've always felt that of all the years back. That's always been the main building.
And that was the one venue we were going to get rid of in CCW. Because it was the second show we ever did. It was July. And we drew 15 people. We lost our ass. So it was weird. In CCW, your first show we did really well, and then the next 3 we did really bad, and we were going to shut down. But Wrestle Rage that year, it was let's throw everything into it. It was small, but it was a Vince McMahon mindset.
Yeah.
Put everything in it. If it fucking works, it works, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. And counting the money, I finally, holy shit, Dave, we made money. You know, but so for POW, definitely would be that. Got to give props to Eric, UWE. The end of his UWE with the National Guard Armory, that was my favorite venue. And locker room wasn't ideal, what locker room is, but just that building and the presence in that building was cool. The wax that he did, I always felt it was too big, you know. And he could have 400 people there, but it looked like you had 100 because
Right,
they
yeah.
were all scattered.
Yeah.
But I mean, a lot of memories there. And I know this is on your list too. Going to Tennessee and working for Shane, the Columbia. I forget the name of the building.
Freddie Morton's auction house, Columbia.
No, it
There's
was
a
where
Grand
I had to
Slam.
separate. That's
Grand
it,
Slam,
Grand
yeah.
Slam. Yes. And I only wrestled there twice, but just that knowledge of what happened in that building and the look of the building, it reminded me of the Sportatorium.
Yeah.
You know, and I never got that opportunity,
Yeah.
and that was my dream. So, God, you go to Wisconsin. For me, the Eagles Club in Oshkosh was always going to hold a special place. That was something I ran, and Nick knows because that was one of his first things to do. But the Waukesha Expo Center that Dave Hero runs. I
Oh,
love
the
that
big round. Yeah. That's
that
cool.
is like the Allstate, right? You're in the locker room and you're lost. And I think I took you back there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Frankie DeFalco and the West Dallas building. That's a big memory to me and one of my favorites because here's this guy. We know of each other. We've never met each other. And he brought me and Mitch in and gave us the world. Like, instant. We felt something. And those fans connected with us. They hated us. They wanted to throw chairs. Speaking of throwing chairs, then you got Hunter Payne, right? I mean, there's a lot.
Yeah.
So it's not, I can't narrow it down, but for POW, of course it's Fox Lake. That's home. And you have said it, and Ruff has said it, Cairo. That's Madison Square Garden for
Yeah.
us.
That's what it's always felt like to us.
And it's so weird because it only holds 250, but so much has happened in that building. So
Pack it with people lying in the walls, and we
Yeah.
fit 300 and something people in there.
maybe I'll do a wrestling ridge there and we'll do that.
Favorite entrance song?
Well, I've
And
only
they've
had
had so
100
many.
million.
That's kind of tricky too, because you've had so many different songs with different partners, and it's hard to narrow that down too.
I have to narrow it down to 3. One is Kickstart My Heart. That just fit me and Joey so well, and then you had
It did.
Terry and Sandy, and it fit with them too, you know, so it was a click. Sound of Madness by Shinedown. That was one, as you're using it, it's like, oh, this is cool. And I stopped using it by Eric, and I stopped using it here at POW. And when Eric was giving me the strap, he said, you have to come out to that music. And I was like,
The stipulation.
yeah. And I'm like, no, it doesn't make sense. Like, I'm a heel, and this, and no, it's you. And I stopped using it, and the one time I used it again, I think it was the last time he ran. I used it, I was a special referee, and I used it, and the place was on their feet. And I'm like, huh, that's weird. So, in POW, we were leading up to Eric retiring, me stepping away, and I got the strap, and at that Wrestle Rage, Eric's walking out with me, and I said, I did this song for you, and it was Sound of Madness. So, hearing that crowd roar when we walked out, that was special. But if I go back to CCW, 10,000 Fists.
That was
something
yeah,
that's always going to stick with me.
I like
that
that
was
too.
the hair flying everywhere
Yeah.
in the water. And then we could go to, where was it? Something that starts with a W in Tennessee and run our show, and we had 10 people in the crowd.
Oh, the town? Woodbury.
Woodbury. And on the drive home in the 15-passenger van, there's Ruff. 10 fists in the air. You know, it's fun. Hilarious. But that, I love that song.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of the boys like it.
Yeah, that was pretty good because you had everybody doing the fist
It was weird.
right with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the crowd. It was good. Really good. Favorite finishing move?
Flatliner, currently, pile driver of all time. And you're the reason I stopped the pile driver. I had my knee surgery, got the brace, and when I cut your ear, I was like, I can't do that to people. I know you don't care, you love blood, but
Yeah.
just to not be able to take care of somebody,
Right.
that was my worry.
Yeah.
But I know a guy that took it over and does very well with it.
I said when I started, I always wanted to use that one, and then you had it. I'm like, okay, I use the DDT because I like Jake.
Yep.
Cairo had it, his version of
Oh, yeah,
the
Bomb
Bomb Rush. Yeah, I'm like, what the hell can I use? And then you came up with the Ace Crusher. For a
Yes.
Favorite title that you've won? That's mine.
Actually, not that one. Wow. Does it have to be one?
No, you can do it.
The different stages in different places, and ironically, there's only one in POW. And it's going to sound weird. It was at the end when Eric was retiring and I was stepping away. That was not in the cards at all. And it was an idea thrown to me by somebody pretty important. And I was like, I don't know. I'm at the end, right? I don't need it. And when it happened, it was shock value, but I didn't feel the crowd pop. The last 3 matches after that, I felt the crowd. And for them to buy in that, holy shit, I'm going to go in this match and I'm going to walk away, knowing that's not what's happening. But just, you could hear the, oh, this Kyle beat me. They wanted me to keep it, which is cool. So, in all the time of POW, CCW, that was an important title to me, which was the POW Championship. But I kind of look like outside the belts that I've got other places. And anything in UWE, other than early on when me and Eric were psychedelic and we would get the tag team titles, and then 4 months later we'd have another show, and the Canadians had it back, but we hadn't wrestled together.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
But when Eric gave me the POW heavyweight, I was gone for a while, we had a falling out, and when I went back, GQ was booking, and both of them were adamant on me having it, and I said, no, I don't want it. It's cool to see a booker, right? They have a vision that you don't. And my thing was, I was gone for a year, maybe more. You had all these people around that never got that opportunity. Why do you want to put it on me? Let me build myself up. They knew what they were doing because it ended up I was going with them, right? And so having that heavyweight title meant something. The tags there were great too, but being told you're the guy. And I only had a short run before that. This one was long. That was very special, and having Eric talk to me and ask me, who do you think you should drop it to? And I know we're exposing a lot, but there was one, and it was Max Morrison. He was there from beginning to end, never bailed on Eric. Deserving, right? So, and you were there during that.
You guys did the 3-way tag titles thing too, right? Where any 3 of you in Freebird Rule style, right? With between the 3 of you to do that?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Life changes everything, though. Max works for POW now.
Yeah, he's moved over here now,
Yeah. Eric shut down. That was special. And the last one, people can say what they want, but BCW, tag titles with Mitch. Never saw that coming. You know, we're going to have some bookings up there. And to get those, it was special. And then to defend them against Demolition and beat Demolition, it was unheard of. It was fun. Yeah, I know there's other titles, and that's not to diss anybody else, but those are memories you can't take from me.
Right. Because there's so many that's so hard to pick from. There's so many stories that are attached to each one with who you're working with, the memories of each event, and
go back to the POW title with Reynolds. Double champ early on, and that wasn't my call. That was Dave.
Yeah,
I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
But it's a memory. It's not 100% special. The moment with Rick was special, but other than that,
and that was the actual CCW heavyweight title.
Yeah.
No, not this one. Yeah, it was before that.
that somebody lost.
Most gorgeous belt.
Somebody lost.
Lost.
He no longer has it. Ask him when you talk to him.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting. He hasn't told me that. All right, either ors. I give you two things. You got to pick between the two. Which you prefer?
Women.
Start with the simplest: apple or
Okay.
orange.
Saw this on Stones. Orange.
Coke or Pepsi?
Pepsi.
Ugh. Sorry.
What's going on?
Whoops.
Dog or cat?
Dog.
Cake or pie?
I said I like women. It doesn't matter. I'll take either one.
Soup or salad?
Soup.
We know you love your soup.
Yes, sir.
It doesn't matter if you
Actually-
order breakfast, lunch, or dinner. You're getting soup.
Quick story. We're leaving the building last night, and Magnus is walking. He lives in Wisconsin now, and he's like, "Where's there a good place to get soup around here?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And I got in my car and drove away. From that moment to go to Teawood last night, I'm like, "I'm gonna get soup." And you know they have great food.
Yeah.
The cook must have dropped the entire bottle of salt in the soup.
Really?
So I'm like, "This is horrible." Yeah, it was such a letdown.
Steak or chicken?
I like steak, but I have grown to love chicken.
If you're traveling, driving, or flying?
Depends where. Like, to me, I can go to Florida on a plane, right? And it's 2 hours. But I can also drive there and it's 18. You were with me. It depends who I'm with. Depends where I'm going. Like, if I was going to Daytona, yeah, I'd rather fly.
Yeah, distance-wise, yeah.
But that's 2 hours. And if I go to Vegas, it's 4 hours. I've never driven to Vegas, and I don't want to because
probably 24
well,
hours.
Joe and Russ did that.
Yeah.
And they told me how long it was, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
long, yep.
so
Unless you're planning to see stuff on the way by, it's kind of
Yeah.
fun to do
But-
that. But
you got to be leery with all the plane stuff now, and how long have those planes been in rotation? And
how long the security thing is now, and
Yeah.
it's
it'll sound stupid.
miserable.
Nashville, I know you drive down there too. Like the last trip I took was with Brian and Joey, and we drove to Nashville, and you have all those memories.
Yeah.
On the way back, it sucked, but now Brian goes down there and he flies.
Yeah.
It's 1 hour.
Yeah.
To me, for that, I'd rather drive.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, back when we were going, you can get $39
Oh,
one-way ticket, so it was
Not
it was
anymore.
nothing back then.
Well, yeah. Look at Shane and Reynolds and Capone.
Yeah.
That was how they were coming up here
Yeah,
so much.
it was nice. Well, for a time too, I was flying all the time just to make it quick, and then Rick would pick me up from the airport.
Yep.
Just to make it easy when I was going by myself. The mountains or the beach?
Oh, come on, beach.
It's warmer than the mountains, right?
Beach, and I can see the mountains on the limit.
I know the answer to this one. I hate asking this to people that know the answer to this one, but Cubs or White Sox?
Oh, come on. White Sox.
Are you ready for your fourth under-loss season in a row?
It doesn't matter.
you
It doesn't matter. It does not matter.
you know,
You
they're
know
out-
my story. I
You're out of
grew up
playoff
as a
contention
Cub
already.
fan.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and it's similar to the Bears. Bears, I stopped in '85. Like, screw them. Cubs, I remember being little, and I was so into it, but I was a Mets fan at the same time.
Really?
Yeah, it was
That's
weird.
kind of out of ordinary, yeah.
And my cousin and I would always go to the games anytime Mets and Cubs were, and it was hard to choose.
Interesting.
84, I want to say they were in the playoffs.
The Cubs? Yeah, that was a big year for the Cubs, 84.
Yeah, and they were going places.
Yeah.
So I'm in grammar school, and like I said early on, I was a troublemaker, right? Anytime I didn't have to do schoolwork was great. And at 1 o'clock, we got to watch the game.
Oh.
12, 1, whatever it was. And had they won to go to the World Series, we were going to get to be off the next day.
Really?
And they lost. And I stopped watching the games.
They lost to the Padres in the playoffs. Yeah, it was. They were such a hot diss. Ryan Sandberg had his 2 home runs in the one game, and they had all that crazy year. And yeah, it was.
Yeah, you can't take it like him and Ron Say.
Yeah.
Who was the other one?
I think Andre Dawson was there. Sean Dunston, Mark Grace.
Big,
Wasn't there yet.
Big
but
pitcher, though.
Rick Sutcliffe,
That-
Lee
yeah.
Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole crew was really, really good. We got to go dark on this one because I like being dark. Buried or cremated?
Not there yet.
Well, yeah.
I think, like, if I ever get married and have kids or just married, I think I would have wanted it easier on them, just cremate me. And then you can carry me around in an urn like Paul Bear, But
They do the necklaces where you can divide up everything, and it seems, again, the common thing nowadays is so much cheaper than.
Yeah. Yeah, and that, what I thought was cool was when Paradise died, his nephew made sure at the wake it wasn't an urn in a picture. They had him laid out, and then they cremated him. And
Well, people need that.
oh yeah, and it was so cool because they gave me some. So Paradise is at my house, but I have a job. I got to get to Daytona and put them in all the places that we've gone.
That's pretty cool. Very cool.
How do you tip a stripper though with ashes?
Here, hold this for a minute.
Yeah.
Don't tell her, just put it on her back.
Main event or opening match?
Open.
When we were young, right? It was
Oh, yeah.
main event, and then now that we're older, yeah. Give me on for that one.
Well, on that though, like, what's your story? If you're in a big feud and this isn't important, right? That should be the main.
Right.
I like more now with where I'm at, and I wrestle here and there for POW. But if you put me early and it is open, I now can set the tone.
Right, yeah.
I can help the young
It's a
kid,
pace setter, yep.
but I can also watch the rest of the show
Correct.
and be available for everybody. You've been on my shows where if I'm the main, recently February,
Yeah.
Barrio Street Fight, like, I didn't watch anything else. I didn't talk to many people. I didn't help many people because that was just insane.
Yeah, you're so focused on what you got to do anyway,
Yeah.
and it's hard
which,
to.
which sucks.
Yeah.
But I mean, thank God that was a good match.
Yeah.
And I guess what I'm trying to say is if the story fits that you're in the main, okay, you got to be there. But I try to keep myself earlier in the card so that I am available for other.
Right, you always got double duty. Do you prefer to have a manager or not?
As a babyface, no. As a heel, there should be a manager with me. A lot of people will disagree on that. I don't look at it as for me. It's easier to work. That manager can draw you heat. I know Steve Stone said, no, blah, blah, blah. No, well, we all have our own opinions.
Yeah.
And I know you like managers too. Like, my belief is if you have a manager, use that person. They
Sure.
shouldn't just be standing there as a statue.
Right.
And you can do a lot with them.
Absolutely.
One of my favorite managers ever was Chris Danger.
Yes.
And Bobby. So,
Oh my God. The
him and Reynolds.
titanium pipe stick that he said he
Yes.
seen people him whack people that. Oh my God. That is probably the only thing that I think ever rivals the psycho stick
Yeah.
as far as whacking somebody and putting somebody out.
Remember when I'm with the coat hanger?
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
Just the passing back and forth thing
Yes.
is absolute magic.
And that's both. But
That's
Danger is
magic.
great.
Singles or tag?
Tag. Majority of my career is tag. And it's funny because I'm teaching tag at my training center right now. And a lot of people are having trouble with it. And I just blow up. Like, how do you not get this? But when you have a tag partner and the chemistry with them, and you get two opponents, and the chemistry's there with the four, and the story that can be told is magic. And if it's a 6-man, 5-man, whatever, but tags can be so much better than a singles match. And as I'm old and I'm blown up and I'm falling apart, right, it's easier to rely on somebody.
For sure.
Early on, like tagging with Rick Knight, that was fun. I learned from him. Tagging with Dave Sorn, that was super fun. Didn't last long. To now you have Chi-Chi and he's green. Okay, I'm gonna help him. To going from that to a freedom, to where freedom is now teaching me stuff at a late stage in my career. Like, it's amazing. To okay, there's a GQ in there. That's me again, helping him, but at the same time, who took all the bumps? He did, to protect me.
Yeah, you need somebody to.
Yeah, it was cool. Like, you know, everybody can have their opinion on Mitch. Mitch and I had chemistry.
You guys had a great team together.
It was fun.
We had matches with you. I think I've had matches with you and every partner you've ever had,
Yeah,
almost
since
I started anyway.
I got to tag with you briefly
Yep.
by Hunter. That was fun.
It was.
Like, I knew it wasn't long, but it was special because I know you hold me high, and I do the same to you. Like, and at the point, that feud was
Yeah,
great.
it was.
But I know I'm going from your question, but you know, getting at the end and being with Eric one more time, and that the last 2 years we were together, that was one of the most fun because we didn't have to think. It was like he would say this and I'd already finished the sentence or vice versa. And maybe we didn't even say anything and we're already there.
Yep.
That's magic. To where now I did come back from taking a year off and I'm with Magnus and Macabre. And it's Magnus is doing more singles. I'm with Macabre. Macabre was going to stop. He's got bad knees. He has now lost almost 60 pounds. He still a big guy, right? And 7 years in, he's having a hard time understanding tag. To hear him last night go, I get it. It's magic, right?
It is.
So if I can still use my brain and help him,
Yep.
and then help the opponents I'm with, I'm trying to work with my younger guys and not take advantage of them, but pass it on,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, there's definitely that magic to that perfect tag team partner like Ruff and I had, and now
Yes.
Logan and I are right to that point of almost the same exact thing where you don't even have to communicate with each other,
Yeah.
and you can like read each other's mind, and you know just by how our body movement is
Right.
what we're going to do next, what the other guy's going to do next, or what he wants. And then when we hooked up with you and Eric and we had our feud, that was just it was the,
Oh,
it
you
was the
and
same
Ruff.
way between the four of us,
Yeah.
where we could just read each other's minds and just go with it, and
I don't think there was a lot of
those
time for
matches
that.
were unbelievable.
And it was funny because when we were in that feud, we would just talk.
Yeah.
And then you had Ruff and Eric come over and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you and I are sitting there. Just let us know where you need us. We'll do whatever.
The street fight we did,
Oh, that was unbelievable. At Twin Lakes, right? Street
yeah.
fight. Yeah, that was amazing.
I will never forget Eric and Rick taking that bump off the top through the tables.
Oh, throwing him off the
Crazy. And you're betting
Then we did the bed of nails. Yeah.
Brian taking the bump through the door.
Yes.
You know, and that was cool.
That match was huge. Yeah.
And giving you the, we do. It had to have been a slide Russian through tax. I don't think it was a flat line.
No. Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh, Tiny bumped on that too. Tiny got color on that too. I bumped him.
Yes. Yes, he did.
And when we did the side Russian, I remember big bed of tax. I protected the crap out of you.
Yeah, and all, you.
Oh my
But
God.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, behind my
Never.
head, right? Arm behind my head, and
Yeah.
you took it all on the. Yeah.
I'm giving away too much, but when you take the tax, you're not slapping, right?
Yeah.
So now here I'm protecting you, and I felt the pinch, and I'm like, all right, that wasn't bad.
That's right. I forgot about
And then looking, and I'm like, oh my God. I mean, it was from here down to here.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and everybody in the locker room pulling them out. That was great.
There always
That
was
feud
going out
was
and
good.
coming in. Yeah, the feud was great.
Yeah.
The pictures that we have, that's one of my favorites, is where we beat you guys up a couple months before that, and then we're standing there with our shirts with our feet on top of
Yeah.
you guys who did that, and then we had that little intertwining of people. Remember, he
Oh,
was
yeah,
our
he was
manager,
with you, yeah.
and we had a falling out, and we kind of got rid of him, and then remember he was sitting in the crowd. We saw him coming out there, we lifted him up by his underwear and ripped his stuff off, and then he kind of, did he actually, I can't remember, I'm trying to think if he actually kind of aligned with you guys
No.
at all. Or
No,
he just
because we
kinda-
had heat, right?
Yeah,
So he begged for a job. I let him rough a match, and if he screwed anything up, he was fired.
that's what it was. Okay, I knew there was some little twist in there with you and Eric together, because he didn't fully go with you, but he was kind of in the middle between the.
Yeah,
The four of us.
he had to make good again.
That's right. He had to prove himself to
Why
you
is
guys,
it
to trust
like
you
if
guys, right?
Anybody an opportunity to become commissioner or something, and they turn their back on me. You got Pee Wee, and now you got Chris Hedford, and he's a thorn in your side. Right?
Yeah,
So-
sure is.
But yeah, there was great chemistry with you and Rick, always. And Cairo and Kanoa.
Oh yeah, you guys had an amazing match
Them
together.
with,
Go back to the first ever CCW tag team titles was you guys with them.
yeah. And, I mean, a lot of people don't know Cocky Little Brats. That
Yeah.
was big up by Eric. And I didn't know that. So that was a fun feud. You know, it was, what, 2 years we went?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
And then BMI.
Yes. Yes.
I did not
Can't
like
forget
them
them.
when I first met them.
Yeah. Great guys.
And after the first match, I walked up to Eric. It was me and GQ against them. And, you know GQ. He was upset about
Unfortunately.
something. And I walked up to Eric, and he's like, how'd it go? And I go, book me again against him. And that feud between BMI, Max Morris, and Revolution was at least a good 3 years. And so happy because Mike and Jamie are good guys. They're old school workers. And they get it.
Yeah.
So it was like, it was great with
And the
that.
stuff they do out there is just so funny and goofy. They just do whatever, and it's hard to not laugh in there when you see them doing
Right.
goofy stuff too.
Right.
Yeah, they're fun to work with.
And the last real one would be Matt Winchester and Nick Colucci. That was me and Mitch up in BCW.
For City, yeah.
Yeah, and it was chemistry with them. So it's kind of, I know Nick Colucci's hanging it up soon. I wish he wasn't, but he's at the age of 40 and thinks it's time. You know as well as I do, he'll
It's
be
not
back.
time yet.
No, he'll be back. Don't say retire, Nick.
Yeah.
Just step away.
Last one on the either or is, I'm pretty sure this is given to heel or babyface, but you're very good at both. You have the
I
crowd with
appreciate
you on
that.
the babyface, and you can be a dastardly heel.
I appreciate that.
But as a face of a company, it's hard to be a heel. But when you did it for that
worked.
time, it worked.
Yeah.
It's a very
I
risky
did it.
move. It's a risky move, but you pulled it off.
The first time I turned was on Rough.
Yep. After that 8 or 10 man tag.
Yeah,
Right.
I joined the MLB.
At North, yeah.
Yep. And that was a good turn.
Nobody saw it coming either.
No. I kept many
remember
people in the
that.
dark.
We were all that's the one we were handcuffed to the ropes, right? Yeah. That's right. You didn't tell anybody, I don't think, besides you, me, and him. Maybe one other
Ruff
person.
knew, Trevor knew,
Yeah.
and Black Iron.
Yeah.
We did not smarten up Justin. Purposely, because he marked up. But that was a good turn, because nobody saw it coming,
Yes.
and I had fun with it. Then I had turned again, and it was me and Eric and GQ. It was a revolution.
Yeah, you
like I
yeah,
could
you
do
guys are
everything.
good.
And,
Yep.
and Val Malone was with us too, and it was you could do so much with it.
Yeah.
But then me and Eric started looking like, dude, we're gonna hit 50. We gotta stop this soon.
Mhm.
And he made the comment to me. He's like, do you want to go out being booed or do you want your acclamations? And I said, what do you want? He's like, I want to be cheered.
Mm.
So he started to become a babyface, and then it was you guys.
I was that you
It was-
turned right before we got with you guys, right?
And you guys were our turn. We were heels.
That's
And
kind of what I
whatever
was
we
thinking when
did-
you were saying that, yeah.
Yeah, it was because of you guys that we went back to baby. I'm straying from your question. I have always, always, always loved being the heel.
Yeah.
And that goes back to the Freebirds. That was my first, right?
Yeah.
Macho Man. I didn't like babyface Macho Man. Heel Macho Man, holy cow.
Yeah.
Both sides.
He had that intensity and that edge to him, which is,
He could go either way.
Yeah.
Like, hearing you say I'm good at it, that means a lot.
It does, yeah.
Because in my stage of my life right now, being the baby face, nothing better than hearing kids scream.
Absolutely.
Because what were we when we were little?
Yep.
So last night we were on Winthrop Harbor. And the special thing in that building, it's not that it's packed. It's 100 kids screaming your name. My match in November there. Not that I was doubting myself. I just know I'm with it. And that November match was against Axel Braille one-on-one. Walking through that curtain, I had Karate Kid's music. Right? It was just a rib. It was a rib on Alex. And walking through the curtain, I felt like Hulk Hogan. That's strange. I've never had that aura. By the end of that match, they booed the shit out of him. To where in the Royal that night, when I won, every person was on their feet cheering and screaming, and all these kids. That was special. So in my life right now, to go back to being a heel, it's not just because of them, but like you had said, you're running the company. And as I'm getting older, I know my time is limited. I'm going to take full advantage of every match I can right now.
Yep.
But I also know my job. And I'm going to take advantage of all those cheers.
Yep.
And the few boos that I get, because I got a few of those last night, and I was like, they literally, oh man, we don't want to see you no more. I went, you're ignorant.
That's kind of the problem issue we're having with Terry right now, but hopefully we can, unfortunately, change their minds down at SCW, so.
Well, look at Boogie Woogie Man is set to have his last.
Yes, I saw that.
Second last again.
Yep.
At 83 years old.
83, yep.
I think he's still fucking over.
Oh, of course, yeah.
You know? So, like, I'm sure he's not going to go out there and do drop kicks off the top rope, but if people are paying to see him, and that's my motto, if people are paying to see me and cheer and buy my merch, and I can help people, don't tell me not to do it. I'm gonna do it.
I got a quick question though.
Uh-oh.
Talk, Nick.
Okay, Dory Funk Jr.
Yep.
wrestled. How old was he?
Yep. He was
70s?
82,
82.
82 or 83. Yeah, he had that death match in Japan.
Right. Well, no. Okay. So in other words, I guess just Jimmy Valiant just wanted to make sure he was the oldest.
Yeah, that
You
match.
know, so.
You got Chick Donovan going. He's, 79? He looks phenomenal. Mike
Well,
Jackson,
you got,
too. Mike Jackson's
Ric
been
Flair's
actively
getting up there in
wrestling.
age. I'm sure he's gonna have another match.
I heard there was
I sure in hell
have
hope
another
not.
one again, too. And he claims he almost died in the last one, so he better
Yeah,
not have another one. Now we're at the hard questions. Good thinking ones. What is the longest match time-wise you've ever had?
Sitting across from the guy that I had it with, but it was actually 2. Do you consider that 2 or?
Yeah, it was combined as 2 separate matches, but we were out there without going back,
I think our singles was 45,
at least.
and then you added in the promo and the tag.
Yeah.
It was over an hour,
For sure over an hour.
and that's, let's just say singles was me and you, 45 minutes, and the month before that was Ruff and Dave. And that was one of the reasons I told you.
And that was a half an hour, I think,
Let's
right?
just go. I don't know. I know that he got butthurt off.
Yeah, did they do like a half hour? Not like an Iron Man, but something to that effect where it was said
great.
it was said it was a half an hour.
Yeah.
And then they like it was pubbed. I thought as a 30-minute match, but I don't know if they called it Iron Man.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But that match was
It
phenomenal.
was.
And I told Dave, all right, you did yours with Ruff. I'm going to do mine with
I
Spade.
remember you
He's
saying
like,
that.
yeah, let's see it. And we did.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, ours wasn't Spot Fest. But still.
That's the whole idea.
But you're famous on this story, like, hey, tell me when we're at 20. And we were at 20, and I was, fucking keep going.
Yeah. It felt like you said, oh, it feels like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were 20 minutes.
That was fun because we did that and then the tag.
Yeah.
There's a lot of matches. I mean, over the years,
Yeah.
so many. Like me and Eric, more at UWE. We had longer times at UWE than down here because he had less matches.
Right.
There'd be 5
Yeah.
matches, and Eric, what's our time? It's me. I'll tell you when. Okay, that's fine. You know, and I'm doing that now, and it's not to rub anybody wrong. It's just I want to fill the gap. We won 25 last night, but it's a 6-man.
Right, yeah. It all depends on what you do. You can make it easy.
You can't do 8 to 9 for 6 people. I mean, you can,
Yeah.
not with the people I had.
What is the largest crowd you've ever wrestled in front of?
Several. Country Thunder from Mike Bonomo, WWE.
I've heard those are huge crowds.
10,000 people.
10,000, really?
On that though,
And it's outside?
yeah,
Right.
it was a big band show, country music. So that was in the mid to late 90s. And you're told there's 10,000 people. But here's the ring, here's these people, and you see more people here, but there's booths going down. So there were over 10,000 people there. How many were watching?
Gotcha.
To be in the actual front of a large crowd, our Odeum,
Yeah.
our first Odeum show, that was 1,300, so that was cool. And that goes back to Sam with International Amphitheater. I know that place had to have been packed, but it was so dark in there because of the old school lighting,
Right.
So, I'd say there was a couple thousand in there. The AWF, that wasn't huge, maybe 1,000 or so.
You get Hammond Civic Center, too?
Hammond Civic Center, I was on Sam Battle of the Belts.
Right.
I couldn't tell you because
That was probably dark, too, I would imagine. Kind of like Amphitheater.
it was somewhat light,
Yeah.
but like, yeah. There's it varies on what do you want to know as largest, right?
I think somebody told us that Bridgeview outside show there was like 3,000
5,000 people, you're
people
right.
walking up at all that fest that we did there.
That was a 4th of July thing. Bridgeview bought the show from us, and they needed entertainment before the fireworks. And that was, man, holy cow, I forgot about
Yeah.
that.
That's when Craig and Tristan went in the pool.
Yes, and Ed, what's Ed's gimmick name?
Oh, Mickey Shannon?
Okay, yes, old AWA.
Yeah.
He was the contact. He's the reason we had this show.
He was in the tag match, right?
He
Yeah.
wants one more match.
Still right now, or are you talking
No,
about back
that
then?
was then.
Oh, he wants another match.
No, he's told me never.
Okay, I was gonna say.
That's how that came about, and I think part of it was him. Like, it was in the paper about him, and he coming back for a match. But now, as that show started, maybe there was 1,000 people there.
Mm-hmm.
By the end of it, you had 5,000. And I'm like, oh, this is a shoo-in. We're going to be back every year. And they never brought us back after that. So I don't know why. But, yeah, that was largest probably for POW.
There were a lot of kids out there. Yeah.
And Lakemore Fest is doing really good, too. So
Yeah, that's always been pretty packed. Yeah, it always rains every year.
don't say that. Not no wood, no rain.
What is the smallest crowd you've ever been in front of?
8. And that was not Woodbury for us. It was, I don't know who ran it. I just know it was myself and Billy Joe Eaton against Sonny and Dice Man. Captain Fantastic, whatever he was back then. And it was at a skating rink. And I was greener than shit. And I'm like, 8 people? We really have to go out there? And Sonny's like, they paid. It was not Sonny's show. Somebody paid for us. Sonny and Dice, I know, were taken care of very well. I was not. And I had to take the heat. I was not smartened up in the least. It was bad. So, thank God Billy Joe Eaton came in and cleaned house.
Do you have any rituals you do before wrestling? Any, I don't know, ritual customs, whatever you want to say, warm up routines, or?
I do stretch. Stretch deodorant, cologne. I don't like the smell for myself, but I don't like the smell for my opponent. And who knows on my entrance if I'm slapping hands and there's a hot chick that might go, he smelled good, right? That's something I learned early on. It was just like, be polite to the person you're with. And for the longest time, I used to brush my teeth, but
You see a lot of people do that too,
yeah. Brandon Bishop was religious on that.
Mm-hmm. You're right, yeah, I do remember
Walking
doing that,
through
yeah.
the whole locker room. Trevor's another one.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like, I don't need to see you brush your teeth. That's cool. And eating chips. Some kind of chips. I don't know.
Just to have something there, so you're not
Yeah.
totally, because I know we don't usually don't eat for a couple hours before we go out there, just to have something to
No.
get your energy.
Yeah. And definitely an after-match cigarette.
What is the worst locker room or building? As far as the probably condition of the building and space, or
Did you ever wrestle in Wakanda?
Of course.
Okay.
yeah, the basement.
That's
the house
one
with
of
one shitter,
Yeah.
as Master J would say.
And that's Freedom's line, too.
Yeah. Yeah, that basement was pretty dingy, wasn't it?
Yeah, we were in the basement, and anytime water backed up, we'd have that. And there was a place in Indiana for Indiana Championship Wrestling. The locker room was a basement. Half of it was flooded. So as you walked down the stairs, you had to walk through the water
Oh.
to get to the dry spot, which
Oh,
was our
really?
locker room.
Oh,
Okay, that's great. But now you're putting on your boots to get back through this water
Yeah.
to go to the stairs. I mean, everybody is getting ready, and we're all trying to figure this out. And somebody said, hey, get dressed, carry your boots over the stairs, put them on. So now we're all this, right? So I was 19, 20. I did this, brought my boots all the way over. Well, I'm not on next. I have 2 more matches. I'm going to go have a smoke.
Mm.
My smokes were all the way back across the locker room, so I had to go back through.
oh no.
And then after the match, I forgot about it, and I walked right through the water. That would be the worst one. Changing in the back of a box truck. I mean,
We've all changed in cars
Yeah.
before going.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lakemore Fest was a tent.
Yeah.
Now
yeah.
it's a 10 by 10 for 30 people. So literally, I sit next to my car and I get dressed up. I don't care.
Remember, Union was a really teeny locker room
Oh yeah.
with all the chairs and tables in it. And Oswego, we just had the bathrooms.
Yep.
That was really small. Trying to think of.
Oh, there was one in Elmhurst. If you did that.
Yes.
It was
Yeah.
the Knights of Columbus.
Yes. Yeah. We did. That was the first fans pick the matches,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I do remember.
What a great card that turned out to be too.
That BJ didn't even do that.
Yeah. And what was his name? Robert Devonshire.
Zach Devonshire.
That was
Yeah.
unbelievable.
That was kind of weird that he got picked as the last match
Yeah.
in his hometown.
And he's the reason we had that building.
Yeah.
Was not rigged.
Do you collect anything?
Not anymore. No. I did the baseball cards when I was young. I did the action figures. The biggest thing I can collect now is memories. Can't take anything with you when you're dead.
That's true. It's kind of funny you said that because my next question is, have you ever had a paranormal experience?
I believe in all that stuff. I believe my dad has been in my room. Paradise. I can picture him sitting next to me on a fucking ride. It's real.
You know how big me and the missus are into that because we go to cemeteries and stuff all the time.
Yeah.
It's very fascinating. There's definitely something there for sure.
Anyone that says that it's not, that's your opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a real thing.
I believe in reincarnation too. I just hope I come back as a POWW promoter.
Have you ever been, I love the reactions when I say this, arrested?
No.
Oh, clean, huh?
Well, let me
Uh-oh.
rephrase. So it was probably 13 or 14 or 12, somewhere in there. And, God, what was it? It was a music store. My sister and her friends, and I was always the tag along. It was like,
You're younger, right?
they're getting out of the house. I'm getting out of the house. I don't want to be home. So I would go with, and so you're walking out of the music store, and they had those security bars.
Yeah.
So I had stole a CD. I think it was Run DMC. And I put it in my jacket, so I slid it in my jacket, and it was in my sleeve. And I went like this as I was walking through, like I'm stretching, and the fucking thing went off.
Oh.
And they grabbed me. And I'm like, fuck. And the cops came. And I thought I was getting arrested.
Mm-hmm.
I partly wish I would have because they called my mom. And my mom was worse than getting arrested.
I was going to say, that's always worse, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's the only time that came close. I never got arrested. I can probably say that. Chances, I probably should have been in certain things. I was never a criminal, never a drug dealer. Just never know. And let's keep it that way, right?
That's right. What is the best thing you've ever owned, like you've purchased? Would it be your favorite thing you've ever?
POWW Entertainment.
From CCW to POWW, that's the switch.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
It was not a knock on Dave either. That was just to protect myself because, like, we've done so much in POWW.
Mm-hmm.
And it never took fully off where I wanted it to be. But my thought was, okay, Dave left and it's mine. The what if this takes off and he's going to turn around and sue me because his name's on CCW. So
You wanted to
Never
reinvent it.
yeah, and that's no ill will towards him. That was just to protect me.
Yeah. What is your number one pet peeve in wrestling?
Oh God.
Well, we could be here for hours for any one of us, right?
I have several. On the training aspect, when I'm training, shut your mouth. And don't come back with, yeah, I know. Because if you know, why am I correcting you? Why did you do it wrong? And then on a show level, and this is not promoter, this is me as a wrestler. Promoter asks you to do something. Go and do it and don't throw a fit.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares about the win and loss? Go tell your story. It's not your vision, it's the promoter's. So now as the promoter, I'm going to use that right back. That people have given me a hard time about laying down. Or I think. There's a reason I have the vision. And if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. It's my thing to correct. But you're going to always have a vision as a wrestler. I'm going to have you work Nick Edford. I have Nick going over in 5. Your question's always going to be, why? Where it shouldn't be. It should be, okay, are you okay if we get there by this?
Mm-hmm.
That I'll respect 100%, but if I get, why? That's instantly my defensive of, you don't get it. It's not just about you. It's about the show. These things. The moment of everybody going, holy shit, Nick and Scott's big, right? Just
That would be awesome.
What's that?
Do you want a rematch, Nick? Is that what you said?
Oh man, I mean, I can't tell it Dawn
You
though.
want to get a little hot again like you did last time?
Yeah.
She doesn't even know that. But no, it's. I don't know if it's my old school way or the mentality so much in my head, like 35 years. This is what I want, and when I hear people, the why always pisses me off. Like, change. You could be in full agreement of doing the job, but when you say why, how about you say, okay, I see what you're saying. Would you be opposed to if we threw this in?
Right. Yeah, there's
So
a proper
we're
way to
just
say
saying
it.
it.
Yeah.
And I'm learning more and more. I've been on my defensive in the last year, and I'm going to explode at some point. Just learn how to talk to people, and I think that's everybody, from you
For sure.
to, if he was still with us, Hulk Hogan, right? Everybody needs to remember why we're doing this and talk rather than being a dick. But the number one pet peeve is that, yeah, I know. You don't know. You do not know. Just take your critique. You know, not being able to take critique
Yes.
and not understanding the job. I think those are my two pet peeves.
Yep. Agree with you on that one too.
You know, the boots, shoes, whatever, I don't even care on that anymore. It's those two things. Like,
Do you have any irrational fears?
I do. Not a cement bridge, a graded bridge with water underneath it. That bridge is going to open, and I am going to go flying in my car down below and not be able to get out, and that's the way I'm going to die.
About your love of bugs and spiders and creepy crawly things.
I do not like snakes, and I do not like tarantulas. And Tiny has granted me with being able to work his show, which I haven't been there in years. He brought a snake over to see me, and I didn't like that. And then one of his vendors, it was Axel Abreu, brought the tarantula over. And I almost flung that thing out of his hand. Like, I think that's more Brady Bunch. There was an episode with them being on a beach and there was a tarantula, and like that has been stuck in my head. Like, I'm gonna die from a tarantula.
I'll never forget the roach in the bathroom.
Oh my God, it's good. No, fuck roaches. No.
There were some big ones in that bathroom.
Yeah.
If you can see any band play that you have never seen live before. Yeah, we're getting the deep thought ones now.
Jelly Roll, that would be one I would definitely want to see. And that's not Kid Rock. Oh, I think that's it.
If you can wrestle anywhere that you have not.
Canada.
Specifically, or just being in another country, or any certain.
No, I'm
building
not
place
big on
down.
like. England was on my list, and Mitch and I had an opportunity to go. We had to pay for our way to get there, and then the nights were going to get us booked. The downside was, we were working for Julia, right? Okay, we're going to go and work there. That's a guaranteed payday. Say $100. Let's say it costs $2,000 to get there.
Right.
We need 19 more dates or shows
Yeah,
to
make
make
up for
that
it.
money back.
Yeah.
And then where are we going to stay? So Mitch was mad at me. I said, I'm not doing it. If you want to go, go. She'll take you. No, she wants a team. And I'm like,
Yeah. It's got to be economically feasible to,
how he had that money to burn,
When
good
it's
for you.
Right, when it's that much money, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a couple
But
$100.
I'm glad she gave me the opportunity, right? It was cool to know. But like, I was going to say Florida, but I wrestled down there with Rons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember doing those. If you could take a vacation anywhere in the world, where would you go?
The easy one is always to say Daytona. And I love Nashville. Vegas I like. But I also would want to go Canada. Never been there. And actually I looked at it because I'm a trailer park boy at Mark. So I want to go see their trailer park, right? If it's even existing anymore. But it's Nova Scotia.
Oh, yeah.
24 hours to drive there. I'm like, yeah, all right, I'll pass. I don't have my passport for that. So the other one on my list to go on vacation is California. I've never been to California. So that and Arizona kind of like to go. Texas would be there too.
Yeah.
To be able to go see where the sportatorium was.
Yeah, it's the bowl concrete shape, but that's still there after they tore it down.
Okay.
So you can see that in like the parking lot. I've seen pictures of that. If you can meet any one wrestler ever that you've never met.
There's two. Michael Hayes, he's still alive. There's still a chance. Adam Pearce, I'm talking about. And Macho Man. And I did meet Macho Man, but it was at a signing.
Oh, I remember you had the magazine at the school with the signature on it.
PL took me out. I had no fucking clue where we were going. And we ended up in this long-ass line in the Kmart.
Wow.
And then I realized what was going on. And I'm like, but I can't talk to him. Like, there's thousands of people behind
Yeah, and you really want to have a chance to say something, yeah.
So I had wrote him a letter, and there was one of our fans that died in Fox Lake, and we were doing some kind of benefit for them. I mean, early on. And I just told him, I'm like, if you get time, please read this. It would mean a lot. I'm like, hey, brother, yeah. So it was like, all right, I met him, but I didn't meet him.
Right.
It wasn't Lanny. Lanny, talk to him and have stories.
Right.
That's what I wanted with Savage.
Right.
And we almost had that opportunity. Gone.
If you can meet anyone in history that has ever lived, who would that be?
My dad. That's it. I'll meet him one day. But maybe. Maybe I might go the other way.
These are now guys in the business. Who is the nicest
Too many.
that you've ever met?
Too many. Bill and Barry, by far. Demolition. Hawk. Like, Indy, there's tons. But those are tops. And Road Dogg. Just genuine, you know. Rhino. Rhino's another
Rhino's
one.
good one, too.
Rhino is a good one.
Yeah.
And isn't it funny? I'm going to ask you this, and Nick, you can jump in too. You've both been around this forever, and it baffles me. It goes back to one of your questions a little bit ago. On the indie level, there are so many egos, and egomaniacs, and me. And all these people that have made it, that I just mentioned, Demolition, Road Warriors, whoever, Rhino, they've all made it. Most humble, genuine people. Adam Pearce is there. Anytime he's around and he has a beer or a pizza and he's laughing and joking, there's no ego. Why can't the independent level realize it's not about you? I guess my question is, how do you make it and then you get let go and you're more humble than ever? Because you get it? It blows my mind. It really does.
It is strange because everybody's competing with each other now,
Yeah.
and bitching and moaning and shooting at each other on Facebook and stuff. And then
Yeah.
once you're up that level, you can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So it's the experience is maybe what does it. Or all those guys that you mentioned were always that way, and that's why they made it, because they were humble.
I think it's a different mentality.
It's a different society too, because everybody's
I agree.
raised different now with the same, without the same
We
principles
all
and
know
everything. And
that wrestling looks like a dance instead of telling a story. Everybody's got to get their spots in, and it is me, I feel. And it takes away from the wrestling. Because, again, how many people have said spot fest and not telling a story?
Yeah.
You know?
Sure.
But I agree with Scott going, this is the way they, like the old timers, they were brought in, because they were brought in.
They were broken.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were brought in or broken in a different way through that era. You know what I mean? And that's why they are the way they are, in my opinion. But no, I agree. Okay,
And now it's like an everyday normal thing. And back then it was so closed and so hard to get in. And they just don't have that
They're
respect
so
like they used to be.
appreciative and like genuine, and they want to pass on knowledge. And then you deal with all these egomaniacs. It's always baffled me, like, they were there, or they're there, and they're calm. Rhino is a prime example because I was around him more. Like, you never heard him yell. Bill and Barry, those are two that stick out in my mind. Like, from the minute I met them till today. When they got to Hall of Fame, I reached out to both of them.
Yeah.
Bill email and various texts. Like, I'm trying to get them in.
Mm-hmm.
And if it happens, great. But they're interested.
Yeah.
Miss you, Jimmy. Like, what? Come on. And it isn't about money
Right.
at all. It's genuine.
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
I'm going the opposite direction. Biggest dicks. This could be just as long.
No. Pass.
Who is the stiffest?
Oh man. That's a tough one. I mean, Tommy Rich was obviously broke my nose, but that was an accident.
He's not a known stiff worker.
No.
But you go back to the Windy City.
Dayhawk with his boots.
Yeah,
was stiff.
he's knocked the wind out of me on boots. That's I agree with on that one.
Not a knock on them at all. Paulie and Craig. Like, they know. I like it snuck. But during that feud, me and Eric and them, like, we all brought it. And part of Craig being injured is from that, and it sucks because we slipped on shit. Me and Eric on the outside, and he fucking landed off the top rope straight to the floor. Nobody caught him. But, like, his strikes are there. You worked them both. Like, they're not killing you, but
Right.
holy shit. Windy City. Mike Anthony, very stoked. Definitely. I can't think of many that like took liberties on me or just were reckless. Bounty Hunter in ICW, I never liked having working. Just big ass motherfucker. You knew you were getting whooped. I've never had like stiff.
No, that's gone beyond.
Terry with his punch.
Yeah.
Hi Terry Allen.
Now we go the opposite, the lightest.
Wow. Could go back. Like that's hard. Forsaken for sure is one of them, which you would look at him and be like, oh, there's no way. Which same demeanor, Hunter Payne.
Yep.
And he told the story on your thing, like, that first punch he gave me, it was supposed to be one punch and here's the locker room.
Yeah.
And I remember looking at him saying, hit me again. And him going, what?
Yeah.
Just do
It
it.
surprises you, doesn't it? You'd think he would
And then we
be
got
so
in the locker
strong.
room
Yeah.
and I told him, I'm like, I never expected
No.
that light, which is, he took time to perfect that.
Yeah. Yeah, Forsaken
Trevor?
of the Tennessee way is.
Trevor, I think, forever, and maybe still does, have one of the best punches ever.
Oh, for sure.
I guess it all depends on what move, what match. Dave had a lot of light shit too. I can't narrow that down. A lot more snugger, stiffer people than light, definitely.
Who's the best puncher you've ever seen?
I think Trevor was one of them. God, there's somebody right now. Magnus has a great punch. Watch him. He's kind of your future, but he's old. So.
Best promo.
Name, indie, what are you talking?
Both.
That's tough. I mean, you got to go back to the Freebirds, right? That was my first taste. Their promos were great. They were interesting. They were all over the place.
Yeah.
A lot of people will say Dusty Rhodes. I don't know. Greatest promo, man.
And an indie level on that you've personally seen.
Wow. That's tough. I'm going to give him his kudos. And it's only fresh in my mind. Some great I'm going to back up. Not fresh in my mind. He does. And it's Will Emery. Will has only been back in POW for 2.5 years. 6 months before that of him coming back, he had a promo on his page, which I thought was shoot, ripping on the government. And I reached out to him and I said, are you okay? Mind you, I trained this kid, been around this kid, maybe something's going on. He worked us, all of us. Every one of his promos, he is putting his opponent over, putting himself over, putting the story over, putting the company over, and making you believe. And that's hard.
Mm-hmm.
You and I have cut some good promos.
Mm-hmm.
To do it every time on that level, I give him kudos. It's always there. Name-wise, that's always going to be hard. Not a big fan of his work until the end, John Cena. I think all of his stuff was good. Who's the one now? MJF. I like his stuff.
It's AEW, right?
Yeah.
Most overrated. Same thing, indies and big names.
Underrated is hard because I've seen a lot of talent all over. So, how can you narrow that down? Is it POW? Is it SCW? Is it Windy City? Is it UWE? You know, there's a lot of underrated talent. I can't say underrated, but WWE had something with Walk with Elias. And that crowd every week was for him. And they never gave it to him. I think that's underrated. He was there. Should have had it, in my opinion. For whatever reason, they didn't. But he's underrated. They never gave him that special mark. Jake the Snake, I know that's one of your favorites. He comes to my mind because he never had that opportunity. He was great. Why did you never give it to him? Kurt Hennig. One of the best. You know, there's a list in my mind, but I can't narrow it down to one person.
Now,
Overrated?
Yep.
You'll hate me.
Hogan.
No, because as I just said that you'll hate me. Hogan knew his job, and he did it well. And I couldn't believe into the hype of the Hulkman, right? So once you get into business, you respect what the man has done. And you and I might not be sitting here without him, you know. So that's gratitude to him, but oh man, I don't know. I can't narrow that down.
We're even going to get harder here.
Jesus.
Next ones are 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's how many answers you got to give for these next questions.
Pull out a little water here.
Top 2 tag team partners.
Me? Number 1 tag team partner, Eric Freedom. You can agree that was instant chemistry.
Absolutely.
And I have told you, I've learned stuff from him, and I think he's learned stuff from me. And that's a brotherhood. You had that with Ruff.
If I ever see you if I think of you as a tag team, Eric is the first person I always
Sure.
think of with you.
Yeah. And I mean, I had fun with every other tag partner. Eric was something special, and he's going to be in my life forever. All the other ones I'll talk to here and there.
Right.
And that's not a knock on any of them. Not a knock on anybody else, but the other team I would choose would be me and Mitch. That there was a chemistry there till it blew up. And I'll leave it at that. But
And you guys probably did more traveling as a team than you did at any other.
Yeah. I mean, Eric and I did GLCW, UWE, POW, Indiana, to where Mitch and I were Wisconsin, Illinois, Michigan, Indiana. Bach was Illinois. Just felt like so far.
Yes, it is. Top 3 opponents.
That's rough.
Told you these were hard questions.
3 opponents. Chris Cairo would definitely be in there. Scott Spade would definitely be in there. And I'm not talking names. I'm talking indie level memories. Absolutely. I can't just name 3. I can't, because like early on BCW it was a sacrifice by far. How CCW, I mean, a match with Reynolds, that's special, right? Anytime I got to work at you, a Ruff, a Cairo, a Kanoa, Justin, you know, every one of them. GQ's in there too, you know. It's too hard. At Winchester, Nick Colucci, Dysfunction, Chase McCoy, like every one of them, they're memorable, and I had fun.
And now we're on the 4 top 4 tag teams
Of where?
that you worked with.
Against? BCB, Fear City Bruisers. That just popped in my head. Noise Booze Tattoos. That's easy. Future Stars, Cairo Kanoa. It is hard. It is, because I mean, man, can you do 5?
Sure.
BMI is definitely in there then. I would have to say Cocky Little Brats, because they're always in my mind, like past. You know, maybe the matches weren't great, but so many stories.
And it's too bad it wasn't more public.
Oh, I wish.
Yeah, like
That
it
was-
was more. I mean, we did have the Facebook and stuff like that back then.
Early stages,
Sort of.
yeah,
It was beginning.
MySpace.
It wasn't like it is now to really get
Right.
public on it.
And Eric was only running like 3 shows a year.
Right. Yeah. Farwell and Gladwin and Monroe High Schools
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Farewell.
Yeah. Drive an hour and we see the same sign again.
3 a.m. That sucked.
I know they do this on a lot of different shows too, and I kind of like the idea of it. Give me your Mount Rushmore. You could either do it in the way of people that you think should be on there or your favorite guys, because that could be different.
It totally would be.
Just for my same thing, I would have a different. So
I-
whichever route you pick, or you could do them both. It's up to you.
I think business-wise, Hulk Hogan definitely needs to be on it. Remind you, I am not a Hulk Hogan. But, fuck. Okay. Hulk Hogan, Vince McMahon. That combination made wrestling, in
Absolutely.
my opinion. How many are we doing? 5?
4.
4. That's tired. Because I'm going to start going to my favorites, and I don't want to. Macho Man would definitely be on there. Favorite and business. He was something special.
Sure was.
We talked about best promo ever. There you go. That's my promo one.
Macho Man.
Yep. It was different. Dream of the crowd.
Those are the early '85 when he was just coming in and really getting to be himself. Were really those. That was my favorite era. I think is his promos. 85, 86, 87. He did some goofy, off the wall, funny stuff too, with the little confetti stuff in the air and the goofy stuff he would say. And yeah, it was really, really good.
So now I only have one left though.
Like Hulk, Vince, and Savage.
Yeah. Roddy Piper. Why? What was WrestleMania 1?
Okay. Can't have a Hulk Hogan without a Roddy Piper.
Correct. And you couldn't have either without the Vince McMahon. Mine is way different.
That's a good one.
Like, yeah, I could put
That's a
one
really good
together
four.
of my favorites, but
Yeah.
like, and that's not a knock on Flair. I know Flair is everybody's. I want to say Shawn Michaels, but I mean, you could. like if there were 5, Shawn Michaels would definitely be on it because he was a small guy. And back in that era, small guys shouldn't fucking last. And he proved everybody wrong. And now you look at the industry, I know you're pissed on some of it, but like the industry, there are more small guys nowadays.
Oh, for sure.
Than ever. Than big guys.
Mm-hmm.
So big guys are the minority now.
Right? It's true.
Yeah.
This is your dream singles match if you could wrestle anybody in a singles match. Ever.
Macho Man would definitely be it.
Who'd go over?
He would.
How? Okay, just like that.
However he wanted.
Where?
Rosemont Horizon.
Ah, beautiful.
Oh,
There's something about that place.
Yeah.
Nah, it's still Rosemont Horizon. Same thing with tag match. Dream tag team match. You pick your dream partner against what dream team?
Okay, that's different. Well, no. I mean, it kind of happened at GLCW. It was Eric and I, but it was a 4 corners match.
Yeah.
Working Demolition, Beefcake Valentine, and there were 2 other indie guys. I think it was Chris Logan and Jared Jacks.
No. Was it the Urban Horseman guys?
Yeah.
No. Was that the... Okay. I was thinking it was another group.
But yeah, I mean, like, I got to do it with Mitch, but it was so much later in Bill and Barry's career. Like,
You and Eric against them in their heyday? In their prime?
Yeah. Oh my God, yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, Barry goes way back with AWF. He was there,
Yeah.
so he knew me back then. But it just, I don't know. I think that would be magic, or me and Eric against the Freebirds. That would have been fun too. Any one of the 3. It wouldn't matter if it was Terry and Bam Bam, or anything.
So
anything.
if you and Eric, who's taking the demolition elbow?
Eric, because he's more like I don't think either one of us would have cared. Yeah.
Final 5. Give me your list of injuries from wrestling.
5.
No, the final 5 questions, but give me your list of
Oh, any of my
injuries from wrestling.
Okay.
Yeah, these are the final 5 questions.
Nick knows this one. Concussion and seizure all the same.
Mm-hmm.
Never have seen that footage.
Is that
Don't you want to?
ECW days?
Piece of it.
Okay.
You
It was the
want to see
beginning
that
of the end.
footage?
I got smartened up by a lot of people what was going on that night, and it kind of pissed me off. Like, I was hurt. I went to the hospital, and some people say I could have died. Right? Maybe I could have, but just to hear the stories of how people acted that night, like, I was your friend. How are you talking like that? So that one, broken collarbone, broken fingers,
Yeah.
sprained wrist,
Up here. Broken knuckles.
missing teeth because of chair shots. Not yours,
Yeah.
in general.
I didn't know you had
Yeah.
from chair.
Oh
Really?
yeah. Oh yeah. Eric has missing teeth too.
That I saw it
And he
firsthand. I
blames
remember
me,
that.
but it was not me. It was the cocky little brat.
I do remember
Sprained ankle, torn meniscus on right knee, ACL cleanup, cartilage, tendon, muscle, both meniscus on my left.
that. And the beginning of that was Wrestle Rage 2, right? Where we did. That's when you had your
That was
surgery
my
right
right.
after that.
That was
yeah.
the right leg. Yeah. Collarbone, that one sucked so bad. And I never had the surgery to fix it. Just do some therapy, and maybe you need surgery. And I know I should have had it, and I didn't do it. So, knock on wood, nothing really like majorly broke. 35 years. Beaten and battered, that's it.
Bumps and
And
bruises.
bruised.
Give me some really good, if you can, how again, narrow it down however many you want, but road stories and ribs.
Well, I was never a big ripper. My partner Eric Freedom was.
Or that you've seen in your time.
Okay. I doubt the turtle's still alive, but when Eric would spend the night at my apartment and I shared the apartment with Vincent Stone, Vincent Stone had a turtle. And Eric was famous for his hairballs. He put the hairball in the cage. So, Eric was a prankster.
Yes, he is.
Ace Steele and Brian and Trevor got me in Vegas. It's a little chilly and we're all walking to town. we're out there for CAC. And Ace was from Chicago. We were catching up with him, and I hadn't seen it forever. So as we're walking, in Vegas back in the day, all these cards
Oh yeah.
would be thrown everywhere on the ground, and
Yeah.
it's for entertainment purposes and whatever. So now we're back into the hotel, and Ace is walking behind me, and then he'd walk in front of me, and then he'd walk behind me, and then he'd walk in front of me. Not paying attention. We get back in the hotel, and it is so boiling hot. I take off my hoodie, and as I take off my hoodie, all these cards come out of my hoodie because they filled up my hood. It was hilarious, and there's pictures that circulate around. If you ask Trevor, he's got one. Little embarrassing though. That all the peers are there, right? So that's one that was played on me. Pee Wee Peralta tried to play a rib on me, and it backfired, and I made him quit the business. He came in with a neck brace and said that he got hurt in a match against me. That was early on, before you thought.
I'm trying to think. It doesn't sound familiar.
He did the black iron gimmick, and the next day he came, blah blah blah. So, okay, you want to rib me? I'm gonna rib you, because it lasted like, we were unloading the ring because we would do it the next day after the show.
Yes.
Set it back up to school. He came in and he had a neck brace, and he was like, I can't do much. Right? So now I'm feeling bad as I'm unloading the truck, like I hurt this fucking kid. Holy shit. And I saw him go, what? And right there, I'm like, oh. I said, how'd you do this and this and this and this? He starts smiling, and I'm like, so I just unloaded it. All right. Lee takes the truck back. And I said, okay, Bob, you ribbed me. Great. Do 50 squats. And he got done. He was like all excited. And I go, do 50 more. And do 50 more. And do 50 more. And do 50 more. And Stonewall comes by and he's like, Jimmy, you're going to break that kid. And I go, good. And I broke him. It was not my plan. It was just, all right, you're going to rib me, I'm going to rib you.
Right,
back.
yeah.
Road stories. Nobody likes traveling with me because I like to stop. I like to get coffees. I like to go to the bathroom. I like to stop and maybe get food. So a 5-hour car trip could turn into 6 easily. And I used to stop at Bob Evans on the way to Eric's. There's another hour, right? So that ended, but God, road trip with Cheeks and Mitch. Anytime you see on Facebook if Cheeks puts Kenosha or I put Kenosha, yeah, that was part of that trip. We went to, that was our first time working for Frankie, all the way up in Oshkosh. That was a Friday night. Saturday we had Bach in Olney. So we rented a car, small ass Matchbox. And I'm driving, and Mitch is here, and there's traffic. I didn't want to wait, so we took the shoulder. Well, on the shoulder you had the bumps. So Mitch's belly is just going.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, that was part of that because we were in Kenosha, and Cheeks is like, Kenosha. So you know her. She's
Oh, of course.
Great people.
Sure do. What has wrestling given to you?
My life. I've given up a lot, but without wrestling, I don't know you. I love to pass on knowledge because when I broke in, it wasn't exposed. To learn it was hard because you weren't really taught. You were taught in the ring, but not, this is how you do this. So my way of teaching is a little bit different, and I have become lax in some things. I blew up Friday. I kind of felt bad for it. And talking to Cano yesterday, he reiterated, no, I think you need to. Like, I don't want to be soft on anybody at all, because I had a rough start. I was kind of rough with you guys, but not, you guys have said it, like, Dave was the, hey guys, how is everything? And I was the, we're going to do this. There was no, let's go hang out.
Yeah, we never thought it was anywhere near overly nothing.
No. Your fantasy camps were.
You pushed the hell out of us, but it was never done in that
Yeah.
malicious or asshole way.
Fantasy camp was.
Yeah.
Yeah, taking the corners. I ran out of stuff for you guys to do, so it was take the corners, and Rick ripped his back open. And I was like, "Hey, you're bleeding." And he's like, "That's okay." And I went, "All right, that's what I want here."
Yeah.
That was like a test. But what has wrestling given me is a journey that I've met some of my childhood heroes, and I've become friends with some of them. The bond with sponsors and buildings, like the Fox League, it's a family. You know, those that are still with us, thank God. But meeting all of you, training all of you, being able to give people an opportunity to go and perfect their craft or show their talent, and all the fans that come, like every one of us gets away from real life. So that's what it's given me.
And then we go the opposite direction.
Now it's time for wrestling to give me a house, a car.
What has wrestling taken away?
Lots of girlfriends. That's a shoot. They all start, yeah, this is fine. You're always gone. You don't have time. All right, I understand that. I never really wanted kids, but now that I'm older, it's like, yeah, that would be cool, you know. At some point, hopefully I settle down and get married. I always looked at my mom and Lee. My mom was 62 years old when she got married, and I said, "You are stupid." 62 is not that far away from how old I am right now, so it's kind of amazing. Like, maybe I'm meant to be alone, but even though I don't have the kids and the wife, I have 50 to 60 kids on every show. So, Mason Perks always, my pa, you know, and that's a shoot. I think he does look at me as a dad, and there's several people like that.
Well,
So.
you've been producing kids for over 25
I know.
years, so those are your kids.
Yeah, yeah. Macabre wanted me to marry him because he said I was more of a dad to him than anyone. That record,
Yeah.
being in his wedding, same thing. Like, that means a lot to hear. So,
Ready for the final one?
yes.
Might be the hardest out of this whole
You
6
won
hours.
the lottery and I'm becoming rich.
Yes. What is the legacy, or what do you want the legacy to be of Jimmy Blaze?
Oh, man. That's a good one.
Save the best for last.
Did I help people? I gave people an opportunity. I was fair. I entertained people. Yeah, that's good. And that, if I was an asshole, hopefully you forgive me. That's it.
Is it? Silver marker time.
Yes, sir.
You have not seen this picture. I don't show this picture to anybody until you sign it. This was from, I always try to pick a moment of when my favorite moment I have on a picture, if I can find it, of when I interact with my guests in the ring. Some, unfortunately, I haven't been in the ring with, like our next guest on this show, I never got to be in the ring with, and it sucks. But this is from a pretty important moment in my match in my career between the two of us. It's the famous broken knuckles, smashed skull, first juice job.
You had to.
That was in the locker room after.
That's a good one.
No.
So where you show me that picture? Chris Schoenberger sent me a text yesterday, and the hair is similar. The tan is there. I haven't tanned like that in forever.
I got two of them, one for me and one for you.
Awesome.
So as our closing for the show, this is always the custom for both of us to sign this.
Oh shit, I forgot I had an eyebrow ring.
It's been a long time for that too, huh? Yeah, it was a fun night. I'll never forget. That's for sure. I remember as we were watching some of the earlier parts of this episode too, I remember I had the bat, and there's the cane again that you hit me with, and you took, you gave it to me after the match, and still had it all these years. So
Yeah, that's definitely a broken nose.
yeah, it was. Yeah, you see the marks right there, right on the forehead. Yeah, and then look at your knuckles.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, that's not just blood. That's
Yep.
That's some bruising on your end.
It was fun.
Sure was.
It was fun.
So for everybody on the show and me personally, because you are the man that if you weren't there and what you did for me in the beginning, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have this. I wouldn't be in the business. So you're the guy that broke me in, and I can never ever thank you enough for doing what you've done for me for the last 22 years now going on. So
Let's hope that it continues.
thank you for everything you've done for me and for the wrestling business.
Thank you.
So thank you. Thank you for being on the show. I hope you had a great 6 hours of episodes here.
We're gonna have more.
So you tied the record. So yeah, maybe there's going to be a lot of different group episodes coming in too that I have a lot of ideas for. So
All right.
maybe you and Eric, or you and a couple of some of the maybe Windy City type group things to talk about in the old days. So that'll be coming soon. So any final words for fans? Anybody?
Yeah, I think what you're doing is a cool thing, and if anybody watched all these episodes, not just mine, but all the other ones, it takes time to produce these and edit them. If you run a business, you want to help these guys, Nick spends hours upon hours editing, you put time into putting your list together and interview. Throw some money.
Yeah, we're looking for sponsors anytime I put that out there a little while ago. So
Oh yeah.
You like my episode and you want to throw me money? Throw me money.
if it was only that easy, right?
No, to every fan that ever watches any of this, continue to watch independent wrestling. I'm not saying mainstream guys, they deserve to watch this too, but it's so outrageously priced. Go to an indie show. And right now, all the indies are doing well. So hopefully that continues.
Yep. All right. That will conclude part 6, which ties the record now. You and Steve Stone both have 6 hours. So
Well, actually,
you're the benchmark.
Actually, I'm gonna just say this. This is going to be the extended version because
So you do have the record now.
We are way over an hour,
Oh, perfect. Make
So-
your hour. That's 6, and this turns into 7.
Sorry.
pretty much. But there you go.
Come on.
Perfect.
Steve Stone has stories about it.
Awesome. So thank you again for another great episode.
Yeah.
Again, thank you for everything. For Nick Hedford, for the one and only Jimmy Blaze, I am Scott Spade. Join us next time on Wrestling on the Fly, and we will see you then.